previous video, I talked about how to emergency drain water from a front-loading washing machine. Now, let's try to figure out the loading in the machine. It displayed error. This error is related to the water drain pump. The water did not drain. There was a slight clicking sound, but the water did not start to pump out. Therefore, it's necessary to figure out what happened to it. After we have drained the water, take a Phillips and a flathead screwdriver and proceed to remove the pump, which is located at the bottom. The pump, in principle, is similar to the pump that circulates water in an aquarium in the air. So there's nothing complicated about it, and it is inexpensive. Of course, you can call a technician, but you can do it yourself if you have the desire, patience, and skilled hands. Let's start the work. First, you need to make sure that the pump isn't clogged with a stick or something else that prevents it from spinning. For this, we'll lift the cloth under the plasma. We can drain the water if possible. We just need to get some water. Slightly unscrew the filter cap. Completely draining it from the machine. Of course, you can lift it and place some thin container. But I use a rag to absorb the water. Squeeze the container. The rag again from the dish. Absorb, we unscrew rope. And wring it out again. The bigger the rag, the faster the water will go. This is faster than through the drain hose. Emergency. You can use an old refrigerator tray for draining water because it fits very well. You can see that a lot of debris fell out when unscrewing the filter. Here it is, and these are the strings. And here's the clamp. Here are all sorts of clip strings and pebbles. That's why the filter needs to be cleaned. First of all, to ensure that it will continue to work. Alright, here's the kind of tooth-like cavity, and all of this needs to be cleaned with the help of a brush, a toothbrush, and various sticks. You can even use toothpicks. We will clean it. To remove the pump, you need to tilt the washing machine to the right side. Close the doors. After that, at this point in time, we will continue on to remove the bottom cover. Carefully lower it down. And proceed to remove the pump. Remove the protective cover using a Phillips screwdriver. The pump. And this is how it looks. It is mounted onto the pump. Now it is necessary to disconnect the power cord. Here is where they are located. Here is the second power cord. Using a flathead screwdriver, pry it off and remove the wire. Remember the position of the terminals. Here is the gray wire and the blue one. Do this carefully to avoid damaging the terminal.
like this. Now, remove the hose leading the drain one. Here it is. There is a clamp here. Simply loosen it and disconnect the hose from the pump. A bunch of debris falls out. These are like stones. Now disconnect the pump from the snail. There are 3 cross-shaped screws. Unscrew them. It's hard to reach. Well, let's get started. Now we remove the pump. This is what it looks like. There are some debris left on it, remnants of sealant. Now we need to check the snail to make sure there's no debris in it.
Inspect carefully. Everything seems clean. Now let's proceed to check this pump. In the pump motor, we need to check the integrity of the windings and how they work. For this, a regular multimeter is used, any kind. Set it to the resistance continuity mode. First, we check the operation, and finally to the terminals of the winding. The winding is functional. So the main problem was in the powder deposit, like this, which got stuck between the impeller. Let's clean everything here thoroughly. We'll clean the impeller and start assembling. Install the pump back in place. The main thing is to check that the ring is intact and sits in its place. We cleaned well from water deposits thoroughly. Now it has become soft and elastic. Put it back in its place.
It fits snugly into place. Now let's screw it in. When removing the screw which were unscrewed, tighten around perimeter so that it is evenly tightened without misalignment. Stretch. Circumferentially. after that is necessary to put on the protective cover and connect the hose. Press the compression clamp. Press the clamp and place it back where it was, like this. So any misalignment, this is how it stands. Now all that's left is to put on the protective cover here and connect the wires. In this way, the cover is case and connect the wires without mixing up their positions. Blue goes further back, gray in front, like this. Cover it from above with the cover and screw it in with a screw. Like this. Like this. Now we take the filter, wash it thoroughly and put it back in place. The filter is cleaned and we install it into slot. Tightening it fully. Now, to secure it. The emergency oil drains with the valve, and the machine can be placed upright. You take out the machine. Connected to the water supply system. Tightened it fully. It's a plastic nut. And connect the sewage system and everything back in its place then. Fastened it at the top and slide it into place. After this, you need to plug the machine into the power supply and test it on the fastest mode to see how it works. For this, we select Quick Wash. And press the start button. It's very important to check below. Then check for leaks to ensure there are no leaks, and the operating mode, how well it spins and how it washes. Now the spin mode is on. The pump is working.
The water level is decreasing in the system. That means everything is correct for us. Of course, it operates noisily. The fact is, it will need to be replaced soon. The impeller needs to be adjusted. It is already worn out significantly there, but this is not the most important thing, in principle.